a decent amount. The problem with looking at Gojira's like Dota Plus levels is that the guy got like rank 2 by pubbing and just pressing the random button, and he would go mid, he would go carry. It didn't really like, he legit did not care, and he destroyed on every single roll. So this might just be his, like, he plays this when he goes mid sometimes, which is really cool.
And what are your thoughts on Arteezy Medusa, Jenkins?
My thoughts on Arteezy
something we haven't gotten to see too much.
Yeah, it's very specialized kind of pick for him. Very out of the ordinary at the same time.
So, okay, this question though. Okay. When these heroes are out of meta, and when I say these heroes, I mean Medusa, Terrorblade, EG, still pick them. Pick them through their worst and through their best. When other heroes are doing, when other teams are doing it, they do it. When nobody's doing it, they do it. Why?
Okay.
Why?
Here is an argument for it. Here's an argument for it.
This reward
it's like, if you get really good at driving a shitty car, you'd rather that than somebody who's really bad at driving any car, even if it's a nice, you know, race car. If it's a fast one, if you're crashing, it doesn't matter. So this is easier to not crash and burn. You've played with literally the same 5 heroes 20 times.
Okay.
This is easy for EG, and so it takes it. That's a dank ward. I love that ward.
But I have a random stat for you.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll believe.
Okay.
Because there's so many combination of heroes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the? I believe this is the right number. The most times a single lineup has been run multiple times, like the same 5 heroes. Doesn't have to be the same team.
You have this stat.
We had it on a show I do not too long ago. And I believe that my answer is correct, but I could be off by it.
Beastcoast just got 4 bounties, by the way. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess 4 because of the 4 bounties.
6.
6.
And 4 of them were the same team, VP. I think.
I see.
From back in the day. Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah.
Like, I for sure thought that EG would have like 10,000.
No, they just abuse like 2 of their players into playing the same. It's like Abed.
But surely over time, the other heroes will align, right?
Maybe.
But I guess
Probably not.
Nightfall does have quite a big hero pool.
Yes, he does.
So, okay, in all seriousness, we're going to see a dispose onto K1 in this bot lane, but no kill will come of it. Is this a good Medusa game?
Does it matter? Does it matter? I mean, I know a lot of...
I'd like to talk about Medusa for another
we can go and talk about
few
Medusa.
minutes.
We spent a lot of time talking about Medusa because the Medusa games last for 60 minutes, especially if it's EG. Medusa, I think people like Jug against Medusa because you can pretty easily avoid her Stone Gaze. And you can also like Omni Slash her during her Stone Gaze, and you're not trading with her because you're just immune. Ooh, Stinger's kind of trapped in there.
Yeah, pops the Fairy Fire. Once again, a couple more right clicks because the spin is coming for crit. K1 looks to be taking this note. The Fairy Fire keeps crit alive just a little bit longer. One more auto attack doesn't, and K1 gets first blood on Crit's Marcy. So back to the Medusa.
Yeah, back to Medusa.
Yeah.
It's very much like Terrorblade.
I know that this isn't gonna happen, but can you tell me why, like a Juggernaut, for example, would not go for a Diffusal Blade? If you have the spin shard,
he's gonna get Battle Fury, or he's gonna get like Maelstrom or Battle Fury, and I don't think he's gonna get a Diffusal.
Is it just like it's too cheap of an item for a hero that's gonna get decent farm?
I think it's because on Jug versus Medusa, you don't actually need the Diffusal Blade in order to kill her. If she's isolated, then you just need the Omni and the spin, and she dies. I think that's kind of the idea. Because I've seen a lot of carry players play Jug, and then I think, oh, of course they're going to go Diffusal against Medusa, but then they don't, and then they kill her anyway. But we'll see. I mean, I personally like Diffusal because I think it just makes the game incredibly easy versus Medusa. But I know carry players like often skip it. He does not have it queued up at all.
Yeah, I mean, they could have gone Pango, of course, right? Knowing that Arteezy would pick Medusa.
That's right. This is
banning
true.
out the 2 other heroes that he does play, of
Beast
course.
Coast well aware of this, naturally.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, they're not surprised by this pick at all, surely.
No, they've
like,
played
oh,
against it.
God, I've never seen a Arteezy Medusa before.
That's
all right,
right.
that's the end of the Medusa discussion. We'll try not to bring it up again until a few minutes later, at least. As we have the spin inside the cogs, lots of damage being applied to Nightfall, but looks like Stinger is likely going going to be the one to drop here. Pops that Fairy Fire, but that last auto attack from Crit is enough. So he gets a little bit of revenge for the earlier First Blood. And what about the Banana Mancer? Here we don't get to see all too often.
He's doing very well up on that top lane.
18-4, not too shabby.
Arteezy got picked. Medusa, oh god, here it is again. To counter the Venomancer. It's absolute last pick Medusa, and yet...
what's the counter, exactly?
Whisper's doing great. I mean, it's just like a play from ranged hero that's not going to be able to get Galed or the Plague Wards. You can just farm the Plague Wards because you have more range than them.
Dispose range, very good.
Not
Inside the cogs again. K1 just focusing on the boar. Looks like he's a little hungry for some pork tonight. Understandable. Everybody's a little hungry this time of the day. Nice fly. Looks like he's going to drop to that Sleight of Fist, and Arteezy might be able to finish off Whisper. This would be pretty nice for him, but has to be a bit careful as the Gale still applied.
Oh!
All right, Mystic Snake does about 10 damage.
Pathetic damage. Good range.
Oh, we got the Searing Chains and another Gale to follow. He is deniable.
He's got wand.
Pops the wand. Looks like he's gonna live. Gojira wants to try to finish him off, but Whisper and company, you can see, are extremely low at the moment. Even the Splinter Blast, Gojira really living on the edge. Pops the Fairy Fire himself.
Whisper still lost one too.
Yeah, they're really trying to bait this in. We have the Arctic Burn continuing on to Whisper now. And you can see Gojira wants to try to snipe out Arteezy potentially, but I think he has a little bit too much HP now, as it looks like Whisper will finally pop that Fairy Fire himself. There's the Searing Chains and the Slight, not enough. Splinter Blast also not enough on Whisper.
That range drop has gotten so much value so far.
Everybody just living on low HP in this lane.
This is the most Beast Coast thing I've ever seen, bro. This is...
K1 again focusing on the pork. Delicious bacon for him.
I'm actually a little surprised that Nightfall is opting to go for Boar, because against Clockwork, it kind of sucks now. Clockwork just runs at the board, and it's free food for him.
That's double damage to creeps now, right?
Yeah, it's really good against the Beastmaster.
Jira still 10% HP, nothing new. Arteezy also very low. But now that they have this Siege Wagon, let's see if they get a little bit more aggressive. Stinger, the healthiest of this group. It looks like they're going to leave EG to their own devices, but C-Smile is here with the Wind Ranger. They really want that Arteezy kill. Oh, not going to get the power shot to connect, though, but there's the focus fire, and Fly will be the sacrifice for EG.
No, does not have the Cold Embrace.
4 members of Beast Coast are here.
Yeah, on the Catapult Wave. I like this a lot. I don't think the counter push can come in. Let's see, EG's trying to shove mid.
It's just the Marcy.
Yeah. C-Smile, he's TPing back to the lane.
Trying to keep this siege alive. It's one hit away. As K1 continue to take out the creeps with his Blade Fury. Nightfall doesn't seem to mind too much. C-Smile getting quite low now. Power shot is there. Pops the Fairy Fire. How many Fairy Fires does this team have right now? Crit does die to the tower, so it's a 1-for-1.
And the Catapult's still alive.
It is.
It's actually healed.
It's actually it did heal to the Cold Embrace earlier. So they at least get some significant damage onto this mid-tier 1. And the top tier 1 actually took less, surprisingly.
It doesn't go down because C-Smile had to go mid. They did not want to trade damage on mid for the top tower. Thought that they could maybe still get it. Stinger's looking top, but he's alone.
Yeah, might be looking for a mana burn with the cogs, but won't lead to a kill without a second member there to help. K1 is working on the Maelstrom right now.
Oh, he's getting kited by these boars.
Yeah, that's really annoying. Nightfall has all the vision, so another Blade Fury, and this time a TP, but the right clicks are coming, and he's gonna die! Unbelievable timing from EG with the rotations, and that feels just awful for K1.
They just slowly waddle towards him, and he makes that move.
Arteezy, he's gonna use the Stone Gaze to try to get out. If he can live, then the K1 kill will feel all the better. But they're gonna potentially chase this with the Battery Assault just ending, and here comes the TP from, I believe, Fly. Gets off the Arctic Burn. Is Whisper trying to do some damage to Arteezy, who is now in the Cold Embrace. Continuing to take damage from Stinger, who just has his eyes set on killing him. As the range creep's going to tank a little bit, this Battery Assault, and Arteezy actually gets the better of that trade. But finally, Gojira shows up with a Sleight of Fist. He's been waiting for that kill for the entirety of the game. and Fly might be food for him as well. So Gojira just trying to dodge a little bit here. Actually, might be trying to get the kill for Whisper.
Oh, he's dead.
He dies. Okay,
Whisper,
and the golden brace comes. Fly, he drops.
The creeps.
And the creeps with the tower is enough. Fly gets a double kill. What the hell was that?
This game is so
What
weird.
the hell was that?
This game is...
Okay, Gojira had that kill, right? Was he not just giving that up?
No, he wanted to get it with his sleight of fist, which was almost off cooldown. But it's just level 2, so the cold embrace comes up beforehand. If he had level 3 sleight of fist, maybe he gets it, and that works.
Oh boy, we got a Zoo coming in, Nightfall, and Crit looking to finish off the tier 1. Looks like they'll do so. Looking for the deny though. See Smile, not happening. So EG at the laning stage with a 1k lead, but they do have the tower advantage, and the fact that they have 2 towers right now, and Beast Coast are just getting their first in the top lane, means that net worth might be an advantage of Beast Coast overall.
No, get the last hit. Hell yeah. Oh, Nightfall's going down.
Focus fire looks like it's going to be enough to kill him, but the Cold Embrace again. We've been seeing this time and time again. Cold Embrace is such a value skill. Gojira only the level 5. He will get the kill on Nightfall though. So that is something. Actually, Stinger takes it with the Rocket Flare, but either way, he did get the experience on the Ember.
That's a pretty big kill, I think, for Beast Coast. It's Gojira goes down. Who really cares? It's your 4 position, and Beast dying at this point in the game is very different from other heroes in Dota dying at this point in the game, because he just ran and took the mid tower, and oftentimes when this is happening on Beastmaster, he completely snowballs the game, takes over the entire bottom jungle, farms it on his own, and then the rest of EG could go top, and it puts the game in this insanely good state for them to get a ridiculous amount of net worth. But killing him means that Beast Coast can actually push into the jungle and get him out of here. So the game went from like a really nice state for EG because their Beast was positioned really well to now they've got to retake that position again. And sometimes in Dota, like, it can feel impossible to push a Beastmaster out of that position because he's just too farmed. So that's a big kill. Like it's like Beast and Broodmother, when she's actually good on a patch, are like really good heroes to get a kill on at this particular point of the game. Venomancer's another one too. These heroes that like control one area of the map on their own, because if you don't kill them, they just farm an entire jungle on their own, and then their team farms another jungle, and you just lose the game because of farm.
Well, RTZ is continuing to farm here, but I do have a question about the Ember Spirit support. What is the function? Like, what's the reason behind it? Because is he supposed to farm at all? Because he's last in net worth. Like, dead last. That's a position 4.
Yeah.
Now, I know Clockwork can farm a little bit better thanks to the changes to Battery Assault, but like, going forward past the laning stage, because yeah, he was dealing out a lot of harassment with the Sleight of Fist. You're gonna see a roar, speaking of the devil. But what is his purpose later?
His purpose is to run into areas and get vision and be annoying and yoink farm and press spells on people and then get out with the ult, which he did not do there because he walked into a roar. So it's not an easy game for him to do that, but that would be the general purpose. It's like a Weaver support. You just poke at the enemy team and you play kind of the perimeter of where your team gets to farm on the map, because if they want to kill your team, they have to go through you, and if they have to go through you, oftentimes you get the Remnant ult out. You're just like a space creator, essentially. In that case, he's a feeder, walking up into the high ground. But
right.
The line is thin.
So then, are you trying to give more farm to Clock? Does he kind of effectively turn to the position 4?
Probably. If you're gonna go this build on Ember, I mean, there's no way you can push out creep waves with just Sleight of Fist. He's got to have the Flame Guard, but then I think you're missing a 4 position if you do that oftentimes. So, I mean, Veno, Wind, and Jug all farm a lot. He's got no TP. They see that.
K1 is... Oh my god!
They
didn't have to expend anything.
No,
he's dead.
When he used the healing ward, he had no mana for spin, so... It was
nice pick off for EG. Kind of served to them on a silver platter, it feels like.
Yeah,
as Nightfall looks to be invading the enemy triangle. You can see a couple Ancients here. So that'll be a nice bit of damage for them, although the rebound dispose. Looks like Stinger's on their list. He's been a naughty boy. Given coal this time around. That's right. Lots and lots of coal. Abed continuing to slow Whisper. Didn't really talk about his farm, but he's top 2 net worth as a Viper, so gotta be pretty happy with that. As Gojira trying to keep Crit busy, but the dispose onto the low ground, into the roar. The Ember Spirit is dead. Remnants don't matter here.
That was nice. That was nice. I think we talked to Crit during DPC about the disposing onto the low ground and how it gives you more distance. And he basically said, I know.
Oh, Stinger still wants to fight. You're going to have to hold that thought, Jenkins. A hook shot comes in as Nightfall stuck inside the cogs, but the rebound in. And a nice curse comes out from Fly. And EG looked to be cleaning up this fight relatively easy, but the Omnislash comes out. You can see the Cold Embrace dodging a lot of that damage as K1 looks to be dying again with one more right click as the double kill for Abed. But at the very least for Beast Coast, they will clean up several members of EG, including Abed himself.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that was an interesting curse from Fly. I get what he's going for. It's like they wanted the bigger ticket kill in the jug, which they did end up getting by just like I think they cursed his spin, or at the very least, it lets you get a bunch of Viper poison onto the jug, so that way when he comes out of the what's it called, the Wyvern ult, like he's just gonna feed. So. But it does mean that they lose Abed for that, because it delayed a little bit too much. When they could have just killed the Clockwork at the start of that fight there.
I have to see that again to know if it would have made a difference or not. This hook shot comes in, Stinger gets the cogs off on the Fly, who's just completely separated from his team, so all Nightfall can do is get the axes off as the Shackle connects onto C-Smile. See the Spirit Vessel completed on the Veno. Maelstrom on C-Smile as well. And BKB looks to be next on his list. Oh, a Blink Dagger for Whisper next, it looks like. Interesting.
All right.
Going for some Blink Poison Nova action.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Poison Nova, I mean, Poison Nova is an insane ability. If you get, like, Sanjin Kaya plus Aghanim Scepter, eventually it does legit like 130% of the enemy team's HP and damage, percentage damage is wild. As EG, they really want to invade this triangle.
Oh yeah, Nightfall gets off the roar. It is mid-spin, but you think they have enough damage to work with here because there's no Omnislash at all for K1. And that is another death for him. 4 deaths overall. And Crit could be the sacrifice here. His Spirit Vessel can't really do much here. Yep, hook shot. We'll get the Clockwork potentially killed.
Never mind, it wasn't a nice hook. It was off camera.
Double kill for Abed, 2 for 1 in favor of EG. And really the story is that the Juggernaut not able to farm now, and they're going to try to turn this around again. So Arteezy actually joining the fight. He's going to get Gale though, so he's slowed to a crawl. No way to really catch up for him particularly.
And
there's a pause comes out.
It's going to be a crash situation. C-Smile, of course,
right,
sporting the orange text.
How do you do that?
I don't know. He's always had that, though.
Really?
Yeah, he's a script abuser, but only for text. He's a text
very,
abuser, yeah.
Very important abuse there.
He's got that HTML knowledge. My boy, C-Smile.
Is that all it is? HTML?
I think so.
You just put some brackets?
You put some sort of brackets, yeah.
Actually, it's the carrots, right? Not brackets.
Carrots.
The carrot symbol?
Curly braces, you mean?
No.
Carrots.
This, I'm going to draw it for you.
No, carrot.
The greater than less than.
Carrot is the hat.
Oh, yeah, carrot is up.
Carrot's the up
So what's greater than less than called?
Greater than less than. I think that's what it's called.
No, that's not.
Great. Tags. It's like HTML tags, but that's
yeah,
what those would be called.
Tags.
Those would be like the start of the tag and the end of the tag.
Very important conversation to be having.
The top 5 with that other conversation we had.
Yep, this is top 5 or bottom 5, depending on your perspective here.
That's right. That's right.
But what does Arteezy have on the old Medusa? He's got his Dragon Lance, Yasha going straight for the old Scotty.
Yep, so this would be the exact same build he's done always.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about muscle memory of
Medusa.
buying items. Yeah.
Medusa. Yeah.
I'm sure his hand just like, while he sleeps, just gravitates toward the location that Scotty would be.
That's probably right. That's probably right. Very nice ward on the high ground there that we can see. That's the Arteezy ward.
That's where he will be later, and that's what his face will look like later.
Surely he is Medusa, and without a Force Staff, he will be on a high ground. Maybe he can get the spider legs, but I think that's the EG curse.
Yeah, if you don't get the spider legs, then you might need to build a Hurricane Pike to combine into the Dragon Lance. Or you can just have the... I mean, you have the Horsey. Why not just have that in his stash, like, for every game that it's available?
Yeah, backpack it.
Just in
the
case.
Other team. Does EG also
have
a
do.
Horsey?
It's on Abed.
Abed's using... Oh, I can't see it for the... Okay.
Oh, well. Need to learn to swim. Whatever the hell that means.
I don't... We've lost it at this point, actually.
Yeah, I mean, this is game 5 in a row. Yeah. Very tough schedule for us.
That's good. You know, I went to a casino with Chris Luck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this a good story?
No, it's not a great story.
Okay, please continue.
The BSJ and Chris Luck, actually. And Chris Luck was being coached by BSJ on how to play
gambling?
Blackjack, yeah.
Okay.
And, of course, I refused to be coached by BSJ because he's a plebeian.
Okay, of course.
And I did end up losing all of the money very quickly. There's an all-in situation that happened. But Chris Luck was very good at it.
Oh.
He had no idea how to play. He learned. BSJ was teaching him, oh, here's what you should do in this situation. And then he actually picked up on it really quickly. And the dealer was like, wow, you're actually good at this. Like, do you play? And he's like, no, it's my first time playing.
Beginner's luck, as they call it.
No, he's just a gamer.
Or he just counts cards.
He's just a gamer. He might count cards.
It's possible.
Smart guy. He's a smart guy.
And we have a reconnection just as this conversation was about to end anyway.
Go try.
Right. So EG with a slight lead right now. You can see Beast Coast hightailing their way back to the base as EG has come out on top in several fights now, but it hasn't really given them a big advantage by any means.
No.
But of course they do have the I mean, how is Medusa Lake against the Juggernaut, would you say?
I think Jug is actually pretty good against Medusa. It is one of those things where, like, it's pretty easy for Medusa to get an item lead, though, because I feel like Medusa just takes these huge jungle stacks well before a Jug can. Or, like, a Jug just doesn't really do that. And Medusa takes these, like, big ancient stacks. So, oftentimes you'll see Medusa just one item lead. But if they're even, I mean, this is a Hector Jug, right? Like, he's going to keep up and farm. If it's
Midas.
If it's 1-to-1, yeah, he shockingly with him. No Midas. Not a fan of the trend, it seems.
Some players are just hipsters, right? That's how you innovate.
Yeah.
And that's also how you lose tournaments.
Yeah, K1's always had it. He's always had his own builds. As we can see, he's going for the Lincoln Sphere, which he's been a massive fan of for the last few tours. He just thinks this item is, like, inherently broken. In fact, I think all of Beast Coast generally thinks the item is good. It's very cheap, very value. Gojira breaks the smoke.
Oh, we got the Dispose initiation from Crit. This looks to be an easy pickoff on Stinger. Can EG find more? Like, that's not the case. The Helm of the Overlord online for Nightfall. And he's got the big black dragon that looks like Goofy. Very stupid face for a very powerful creature.
It's quite ugly, actually.
Got
Got this walrus tusk.
Yeah, it's like a combined creature of sorts. Is probably something else from your nightmares. Night terrors, I should say. The tier 2 tower does drop, and we can see that is the black dragon.
That actually looks more like my night terrors. Like, if I have like a coat hanging up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Gojira is dead during that roar. We're just baiting the observers here. Sorry about that. K1 trying to spin his way to take out some of these creeps, but he's going to get Viper struck in the meantime. And the Focus Fire actually depleting a lot of Arteezy's mana. He's got to use his Stone Gaze, and Stinger actually hook shots in successfully into Abed, but it's going to cost him his life. That damage coming out from the Black Dragon Fireball, whatever the hell it's called.
It's actually a lot at this point. I think it does 10 more damage. I'm pretty sure.
It's actually called Fireball.
Yeah, I think it does 10 more damage.
Dragon Knights is called Fireball.
It is, but this one does 10 more damage, I'm pretty sure. And maybe the radius is even bigger now that there's the nerf. This one might be better.
Why can't they come with a different name?
Well, because they're both dragons.
So?
It's not a different Fireball.
It is, if it does different damage.
No, it's just somebody has a more powerful breath than the other. You have these monstrous belches. I don't.
Yeah, so you can call it like S tier. Whatever.
You want to call an S tier fireball?
Yeah, S tier fireball.
Free the shellacking tier list into.
And Whisper can go for his blink dagger, but holding on to his money for now. And Ember almost done with the Veil of Discord.
Okay, they're really maxing out on this this magical damage.
Now you can see EG again with the initiation from Crit, the rebound after the dispose, Viper Strike, attempted TP ain't happening.
15
because that
seconds.
15-second BKB.
Every single time.
Does this open up Roche? Is that enough?
Yeah, their heroes take it very quickly. Viper
They
Beast.
have the Inner Beast aura. You got Marcy ult, which you're not really going to use in the game normally. Not even for Roche, apparently.
No, don't need that ult. She can be 2 abilities and still get it.
Yeah, literally. If she had 2 abilities, she would almost no difference.
Yeah.
All right, EG gets the Aegis on Arteezy. He's going to use this to farm. And get the old Scotty. No doubt about it.
He did Abed. Is Abed going for the shard? No, he's not. They don't want to end this early. That does make sense. They got the Medusa. So, of course, they're going to wait. BKB on Whisper. I do like this more than the Blink. I don't feel like the Poison Nova is that effective against Medusa, considering the...
It takes so long for the damage to set in.
It does. It really does. It does almost nothing to her. So, I think getting the BKB to just survive Viper, Wyvern, Marcy, like, sure, against Beast and Dusa it's not that effective, but like, what else is he gonna go? He just needs to survive the fights.
Yeah, EG take the tier 2 top, which is kind of unusual, I want to say. Usually that's like the last tower to stay up for a long time, especially when the mid tier 2 is still available.
Yeah, I suppose it's because if you go to a side lane, you know the enemy team is gonna mirror and go to another side lane, the opposite one. So if you go mid, it's easier for like Beast Coast to mount a defense, because then they're not splitting into like opposite lanes. As of course Arteezy TP's bot to farm.
Well, he's close to the secret shot, so he can get Scotty
Yeah,
personally. He doesn't need his courier getting killed this time of the game.
No.
And the scan does come out.
Is he not gonna sell the stick? Is he really keeping the stick because he's Medusa? God damn it, Artur.
Well, you still have Aegis, so
I know.
you're gonna need an item slot there.
Yeah, I know that's why he's doing it. It's just such a carry player
Oh,
thing.
Gojira does get out this time. He's so slow, though. And obviously not that many remnants to deal... I mean, he's, what level is he, 11? I mean, this is a support Ember, so a lot different than what we're used to seeing. There is the Scotty from Medusa. 3 minutes with Aegis, expecting them to take the tier 2 mid, although they are already bottom, so maybe poking for the high ground here.
Or forcing them back, I suppose, like maybe for like a Marcy jump.
And Arteezy can just siege from afar. Veil of Discord applied. Shackle does connect. And the fact that it continues on when the creep dies is strange, to say the least. And there's a fortification, so that's what EG was waiting for.
Oh,
But they can still continue.
Around.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to go back in.
Waiting for the next wave.
Radiants are scanning for enemies.
And they're scanning behind them, and you can see that Beast Coast are in the area, but they're not inside the scan zone right now. Actually, that's a scan from Beast Coast. Arteezy is going to get stunned for the time being. Has yet to use his ult, but there's the focus fire from C-Small. He's going to get instantly Primal Roared and likely brought down swiftly. Pops the BKB, though, has the evasion to work with, but there is the curse from the trees, and C-Smile will be dropping eventually. So that was a really good attempt, but they were ready for it.
Stinger TP'd out right in the middle of the fight. That's funny. I mean, I like the wraparound idea. It's just they couldn't catch Fly to start.
Yeah.
They caught Crit with the Shackle. I think they had to Shackle Fly and kill him.
Yep. Sidekick keeping Arteezy quite healthy indeed. That is the third skill from Marcy, in case you didn't know. She does, in fact, have more than 2. There you go. A lot of lifesteal. And they're going to be happy with the tier 3 tower. Aegis for another minute and a half, so a little bit... I mean, what do you think is the plan then? Do you just wait out the Aegis at this point? Because you're getting a little bit too close.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Beast Coast, there's always an opportunity to play on the enemy team's like aggression that you know they're going to have with the Aegis and see if they make a mistake. Like as soon as it despawns. they can maybe hook into Shackle and then get an Omni Slash on Arteezy.
Yeah.
That's
So
always a
Arteezy
good
trying
play.
to take advantage of this timing still to get this tier 2 at the very least. And yeah, I think it's enough time that they don't have to worry about getting jumped in some weird shenanigan play.
Yeah.
So they get the free tier 2. And now the question is, will they just completely reset, get map control, 7k lead on their side, and then as usual just wait for the next rush.
Yeah. That's right.
We've seen this a time or two.
Yes, we have. Yes, we've seen this a lot with EG. They do this against everybody, including the cut.
That's right. They could be so far out of somebody's league, they'll still do the same thing.
That's right.
They'll be up 40k and waiting for the second
You gotta
rush.
respect it. You gotta respect it.
That's one word for it.
Yeah.
At least they're consistent.
They're very consistent, yeah. Abed.
Alright, Aegis is gone. So Beast Coast, is this enough of an opening? Because they are at the disadvantage from net worth side. The wand still in the backpack though for Arteezy. Looks like he's delivering some, probably a Crystallis, I guess? No? Yeah, there. Oh, it's an MKB. Okay.
Oh, that's
Alright.
juicy.
Just for that Windrunner?
Yeah. They can roar him and then kill him with that.
Alright.
I feel like C-Smile has actually been a bit of a pain. Like having to commit Curse always to kill him. Even like he was surrounded by nothing, like just to wait out the wind run. That means that there is an evasion problem. Hector, by the way, has not shown up to anywhere near EG for the last 15 minutes of this game. Does almost have his Lincoln Sphere or his Mjolnir, depending on which one he wants to go for. He's actually pretty huge, so I do feel like if Beast Coast can take the right fight where they're kiting Arteezy, like Hector can kill everyone else, or if they can isolate Arteezy, he could Omni Slash and kill this Medusa. It's not an impossible task. It's just that it requires you to like cogs him back, and then the rest of the team's on the other side of the cogs or something like that.
So at this stage, we're just waiting for Arteezy to
That's
finish
a mass
farming.
TP, bro. That's a mass
Yeah, that's
TP.
a lot. K1 in the area, but the Blade Fury is going to prevent the Dispose for now, but he's not really that much faster than Crit. Is the Dispose in range? It is, and there's the Roar, and there's the death for K1. So nice mass TP from EG, and let's see if Arteezy goes back to farming that MKP. He's pretty close to it, though. Could probably just get it on the wave here.
That's a keen optic on Crit, by the way.
Oh my
another
god,
one.
the Dispose. Is he actually on the high ground? He has the jump pack ready to go. Okay, he's inside the cogs now. Is Crit. He's going to get saved temporarily from Fly. Stinger wants to finish off Crit, but there's the rebound onto the high ground himself. So purposefully putting himself on the cliff as Nightfall forced to BKB, but Stinger does get out.
Oh,
So Crit does die on the cliff, so it's a 1-for-1 in the end.
yeah, that will be back to farming. Yeah, I mean, I really like that Crit is keeping the Keen Optic instead of going for a lot of these. Like, he could have a Brigand's Blade, which obviously is that's incredible on
Brigand.
That's right. It's incredible on Marcy, but he sees his job as just catching people out, and you can see the effect of that on the catch on Hector. It looked like she was once again Marcy, typical stuff, global range, grab, but that's because he has the Keen Optic.
As they always do, apparently.
As they always do, yeah.
All right,
Always...
MKB for Arteezy. Roche will know in 15 seconds.
You're doing a southern twang. I don't know.
Did I do a southern
You did a
accent?
southern twang, yeah.
What did I say?
You said Roche and 15.
Roche in 15 seconds.
Roche.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the Arlington Major after all.
That's true. It is.
As a Lincoln Sphere onto K1, so super defensive build. Gonna prevent the Roar, obviously, the Dispose, Viper Strike.
Cold Embrace.
No, that's not one of them.
I was testing you. I was testing you.
Thank you, I appreciate
It's the
that.
Winter's Curse.
Yeah, so there's a lot of single target abilities that he can dodge.
Yeah.
But will it be enough? Because this is an ultra defensive build. I mean, it's Manta, Maelstrom, Lincolns. It's not a lot of damage.
No, it's not. But his net worth is high enough that at least the stats from these items, I do think there's... Once again, if Arteezy is isolated, then they can kill him. It's just that it's very difficult to isolate him because he's got a Marcy that's giving him move speed.
Is he actually going SNY?
You can disassemble the Dragon Lance, so maybe that's what then again, Dragonlance is very good in this game, just in general. Go for a pike. Let's see. The S and Y, I suppose, against Veno.
Is the Mantha just not useful? I mean, you don't really care about being slow because you're already kind of just stationary target, like a siege tank, but...
Eventual Satanic is better with the S and Y, for sure.
Okay. Interesting. I like to see S and Y kind of make a little comeback here.
Also, Winter Wyvern is buffed by S and
Oh,
Y.
we got the Dispose into the Roar again, and this time it's going to find Gojira. But he does have buyback on this support Ember Spirit. And we can see that Roche was actually a relatively late spawn, so still a full minute to go. So Beast Coast will have everything at the disposal at that point. They're going to smoke up, so might be looking for some aggression, potential buyback from Gojira play here. I don't think he has a remnant anywhere close, so he had to TP the old-fashioned way. Arteezy's going to show himself. And Beast Coast going to try to wrap around here. Still in the cover of the smoke, although they are going to show now with K1. So both Whisper and Stinger repositioning to the other side. Try to get some backstab going. As the SNY is complete. On to Arteezy. There's a hookshot from Stinger. But Crit able to get out of the cogs pretty quickly. And EG and Beast Coast basically on the opposite sides of the map now as Stinger's caught out by the Dispose. So that's a quick kill on the side of EG. And you can see K1 just forced the Blade Fury run away. It's not like he has a ton of damage to work with anyway. Roche will be spawning in 6 seconds. And Gojira, very low, actually does die. So 2 dead for Beast Coast. They both have buyback, although Clockwork's going to be back relatively shortly anyway. And EG looking for another pickoff. They know that Roche is up. They've had a Hawk there for quite a while. Crit! Ooh, that was close. Almost got the Force Staff disposed, but into the Roche pit they go, knowing that Ember Spirit's dead for 30 seconds. And this is the old Roche with the Shard, which honestly is probably better on Abed, but we'll see if Arteezy takes it.
He probably will. He's the carry.
I mean, Nightfall could all. I think Nightfall is pretty. Wait, does he have his own?
I think he probably has his own. No, he doesn't actually. He's not a Shard yet.
Okay. Abed is taking it, so that's I mean, it's really good. Poison attack on buildings and the minus armor. It's crazy, crazy good.
Yeah, and he's got the attack range neutral item too. He's got the Grove Bow, so even more attack range, magic resistance reduction on the tower. With also your own magic resistance reduction. Like, yeah, the Ag Shard on Viper is insane this game. You get a Grove Bow, you can hit tier 3s from outside of the range.
Pretty nice. C-Smile has a Lincolns of his own, so you can see Beast Coast definitely itemizing to try to prevent these single target spells, but do they have the damage to stop this? Shackle. Arteezy still attacking the tower from ridiculously long range. And this is going to be a freebie, although the fortification is finally activated, so EG resetting slightly. Speaking of slights, Sleight of Fist. That's right. That's right. And Arteezy with the sidekick, looking to finish off the tier 3, and he does so. And onto the high ground they go. This is still an Aegis on Arteezy, so he is not scared at all. Shackle not latching there.
It feels like these they just can't do anything.
Yeah, Stinger trying to position from the other side to get a good hook shot off, but we've seen that happen before where he just dies instantly. So maybe it's a good idea for them to just give up a Rax.
Dude, look at Fly's positioning. He is so far in the back.
Jump pack, but the Roar keeps Stinger in place, but he's in kind of an awkward spot in the map. But they still find him in the end, and there's the Blink with Whisper getting that Poison Nova off. He BKBs, looks like he'll get out just fine, but nope, cursed at the last moment. So the right clicks from Arteezy and company should be enough to take out Whisper in tow. As C-Smile not able to really win run to full effectiveness because of this MKB from Arteezy. See if they continue on, because the Aegis still has 3 minutes, so Arteezy and company could just literally go heal in the fountain as he's ticking extremely low, trying to dodge out this power shot. Is there a sidekick anywhere near?
He actually survived that, just barely. Paladin Sword. OP.
Yeah, looking for the heals from... Okay, did he misclick? Okay, he's actually going to go back to fountain. Makes sense.
Yeah, they're
so EG with a full reset.
Out.
I mean, they have plenty of time on this Aegis.
Yeah, they don't want to waste it.
All right, K1 with his first full damage item now in the form of a Mjolnir. So that is nice.
I can't help but feel that for Beast Coast, you can't go for Lincoln Spheres when you're behind. This is like a great item when you're ahead to just never die, but it's like EG's so far ahead that they don't even care if they can't kill you. They're just gonna run out your buildings. Then eventually you will die or you'll lose your buildings. So yeah, I feel like Chris Luck needed like a diffusal or like MKB or something. He's just dead anyway.
Yep, Dispose sets up this potential kill. He's going to pop the BKB, but Arteezy's right clicks are too much to withstand. And C-Smile is dead. Does have buyback, although K1's the one that has to be a little bit careful here. Blade Fury is not going to keep him alive either. Double kill for Arteezy. No buyback on K1 because he just finished that Mjolnir. This should set up another set of racks for EG. And remember, I believe that tower in the bot lane is still dead, so they could easily get mega creeps here. No position 1 Juggernaut for quite some time.
Yeah, a minute and a half for the entire duration of Hector being dead. This is going to be an Aegis Medusa that has full mana. They're playing against Megas. There's no way they defend this.
Yeah, Dispose, another setup kill onto Veno. This skill is absurd. And Arteezy looking to get the mega creeps, has the Daedalus now. He is so freaking farmed. And there we go with the mega creeps. They can just continue on. I mean, the fact that they got mega creeps, they know that Juggernaut does not have buyback, so no reason to really go back any further. 55 seconds on Aegis, and you can see Abed with the right clicks, the minus armor onto the towers, just makes them push that much faster. Beastcoast's gonna have to fight before this Juggernaut's even up, and the Dispose, and there's the Poison Nova coming out from Whisper, but he's already lost his teammate. He's gonna get roared into oblivion. That's a double kill for Arteezy. Hook shot into the back line, as Stinger's like, get the hell out of here. I'm not interested in this fight whatsoever, as the GGs are called. So EG, kind of as expected, after about 10 minutes, take their sweet-ass time to finish this game.
Yeah, they did. They kind of had this game. I feel like for Beast Coast, the Lincoln Spheres were like they could have had a way back into the game if they went for some itemization. Other than that, I really do like from EG